Hello, hello. I know nobody's there, but let me hope anybody shows up this live. But anyway, the time you're gonna watch today is Saturday, and this is Ayamos. I've been a little bit away from the social media, doing some other things, live recommends. But hi there. Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. If I know you're the only one watching, please let me know. Yes, indeed. Today we're gonna go debate a little bit about this Kenya morals issue that we are watching on YouTube. It's quite interesting how a country morals can be on on debate on social media. Is how this country called Kenya in East Africa uh, has been affected with the social media behavior of YouTubers, and the biggest ever ETA cyberbullying case in all Africa is being promoted from Kenya, in particular for a woman that lives in one of the towns of Kenya called I Am Carol. And that she created a network all across the country because of obsession, not only obsession, also to diminish the credibility of Kenya as a powerhouse on the world in content creation. Here is something that I want to open a window for a debate. If you're Kenyan out there in the diaspora, or you're Kenya within Kenya, or in Africa right now, whatever you are, come forward and put some questions so we can discuss why Kenya YouTube content creators have gone to this extreme on diminish their country followers that produce content, in particular these content creator from Nyambuanzi. Will be good to hear from Kenyans questions and also from others, brothers and sisters around the world. This has become a bit concern for the worldwide African contest. Whenever we see a case where a hate, a deep hate, and not only deep hate, a war of words, and not also war of words, these vengeance that runs to this particular citizen of Kenya and son of Africa, Ayamarwa, Frederick Marwa, from this village, remote village in Kenya, Nyambowans. But also how his own followers from the village, they became so obsessed and bring him down after all the achievements he has given to the village, and bring to the village the opportunity of knowing that social media like YouTube is a platform where you can communicate and take a story away miles and miles and cross rivers, from the river to the seas, the image of a country, how a country can be loved, appreciated, and cherished, but end up be the other side of the story. Today, Kenya is not seen that safari place to go. Kenya today, the image of Kenya is that place where you're gonna go and get robbed or get mugged, or you're gonna be disappreciated as a human, you're gonna be diminished. Please come forward with questions so we can open this discussion. Today, Saturday, I'm free, I'm here, and then I would like to have this conversation one to one, as a Ginton say, with Kenyans, not only with Kenyans, also with you, the audience that are come watching this live. So, my question is to the Kenyans, those are in the diaspora. When you watch Ayamarwa or any other content creator out there, what you find negative? What this Kenyan goat boy that left his village in Congo of better living, better doing, done wrong to be humiliated and trashed by the Kenyan people? Most recently been many events. Even me, I don't longer interest in watching any YouTuber from Kenya except Ayamarwa. But to extent that I start to realize by walking away was the best thing to do, friends and others, viewers, have contacted me and say, "Oh, this has gone out of and indeed has gone out of hand. The authorities in Kenya are not paying attention. The CIDs are just play around." Well, one of the good reflections I have here that make the authorities in Kenya look bad is starting what happened to this foreigner lady walking in the streets of Nairobi and get robbed a purse and been footage, image, even data, and the intelligence service of Kenya that have been used before by the British to track down Somali criminals in Kenya. We know there is a huge criminal activity of Somalis in Kenya. I'm sorry to say that. One of my sons is descendant of Somali. Just to correct you, understand, I'm not trying to create a prejudice situation here or demonize the Somalis. This is a true and a plain true, because I've been there, I saw it, I heard, and I know that Kenya is a corridor of many criminal gangs that go to Somaliland and so forth. So, how the CID could help the British intelligence capture one of the criminals was 100 year in the United Kingdom, and then is not capable to want somebody that is in footage and somebody that's all the iPhone easily to track. Well, that is questionable of the Kenya's authorities. Also, I want to bring your attention and this debate of today, if you can come forward with questions. My name is Ayamos. I'm from Mozambique. I'm in love with content creation. I used to be in love with content creation from Kenya. I find it very progressive and very knowledgeable, and from the people how they share their way of living and cherish the colors of the flag of Kenya and the tourism of Kenya. But latest, particular for Nyamboans village, this village that makes border with Kenya, we see a problem that needs to be addressed, a problem that you start questioning yourself. What are the morals? What are the integrity of these Kenyan people? Well, here there is something very interesting to talk. Sometimes people say when you mention names, you're promoting these people, you're bringing these people to the light. And this is all about social media. If you don't bring these people to the light, if you don't denounce these people, how the world will know about them? Today, facts with names. What is the agenda of Masubu? One, this is a YouTuber from the village of Nyambawans. What is his agenda? Can anybody that's watch this YouTuber out there or support or finance come forward and give me a slap in my face and explain what is the real content creation of this individual? What this individual has make difference for Kenyans community on the diaspora or within Kenya or in Africa that we can cherish and celebrate. That was point one. Point two is about this politician, this gangster politician from this same village called Max One Tivo. This man that can't himself show and explain the reason why he's fighting this influencer that shows him, introduce him to YouTube. What is his problem? What is he scaring to lose? And how these influencer negatively are destroy this village. Basically, this goat boy that left the village, went to Nairobi, studied in university, graduated, work in a bank, and left off and traveled the world. Why these things does not happen in South Africa? That we have a black apartheid right now. I'm talking developing South Africa. In South Africa right now, I'm talking. How many people are going through a health situation? Brothers like Kenyans or even Kenyans being hated by their own counterpart, black men from South Africa. Black hate black. And we don't see these and these screams of social media. How many citizens of my own country they have left Mozambique and went for work in South Africa for many and many years, and the South Africans hated them, even they killed them. But at the core, the base of the economy of South Africa. So here we have a digital era where we see Kenyans. This is very painful to talk, to come live and show a face and talk about this digital era of hate. There is this lady, this woman that is a Kenya, a pure citizen of Kenya, that 24/7 of her life she only breathes hate. She only spells fire of hate. How she got to this point? How human? What is the human factor behind of this lady called I am Carol? This is not her real name, is the YouTube username. There is another one, the follower, called On Trending. There is more. And now we have another third element, a foreigner that support financially these people, promote these people. What's going on with content creation in Kenya? Can anybody comes forward and explain the reason why it takes a teacher, a human being that been trained to be a teacher, to leave his job, to embrace social media, to disgrace his own nation, his own people? What it takes the young Kenyans go to extreme when they fail or they don't find support, start to attacking those who don't support. What is the reason? What is the metrics? What is the idea of this envy and jealousy in Kenya with Kenyans? Today, this life is all about Kenya hate. It's about how this hate with Kenyans has gone so deep to destroy families. In this case of this mega influencer called Ayamaro. Since Ayamaro has begged for this last trip worldwide to his own village to celebrate the achievements of 8 years. 8 years, gentlemen. 8 years is not 8 days, is not 8 hours, is not 8 seconds. 8 years, 360 days multiplied by 8 and achieve what is achieved in his village. You should, as a Kenyan, ask yourself how it is possible. Well, I'll tell you, Kenyan, what you should be. Thank you to God, to Arab Moi, and all these presidents along the line. They never took a Kenya to a different path of democracy and take the country as a progressive nation, but not to this cost, where today, when we are looking for content to cherish and celebrate, we find the spirit of hate, a spirit Kenya's envy of small and petty things. Somebody has created now a channel to destroy a Kenya YouTube family. I ask myself, what is your intent to abuse your own neighbor? You have a criminal record, and you, as transcend from that criminal record that's standing out there, you kill your own brother. You threaten people's life. You are Croatian families, create panic in society, drive people to hate each other, fight, and get people jailed. What is your aim here, Mr. Masubo Hawan? It's not a news. You can Google it. You can put the hashtag Masubo1. It's Kenyan. Anybody can find this individual in number ones. But is the stream of his conscience manipulate and threaten people's life? How many people have come forward and exposed this individual, and the services of the intelligence services are not focused with this social dilemma within Kenya YouTube, like Mr. Ndolo done with TikTok? What is the difference between the advocate Mr. Ndolo, when he went to the parliament, asked for the changes of law related to TikTok? Now there is nobody can do it. What does that mean? Are you people tell me the Jallo TV is incompetent TV? That member of parliament is incompetent? Well, or you are trying to send a message to the influencers to become politicians. This is very wrong. Influencers are just influencers. Our people do their own thing and cherish and celebrate humanity. But here it seems like Kenyans are lost their own integrity and morals. There is a factor here to highlight it. So many Americans, white ladies, have married in Kenya. And then these people have come to Kenya on a mission, religion missions. And these people, to survive, because the Kenyan society denied them access to jobs and other things, they create YouTube channels. And those YouTube channels we saw from these white people, these white women married to white Kenyans, are transformed societies. We see Mackenzie's, we see Corey, we see Lenny and Venny. But why Ayamarwa is the pie of hate? Ayamaro is the only YouTuber with Kenya context, the only YouTuber that does two things unique, never shown in YouTube. First of all, he promotes free of any charge YouTube worldwide and support people to succeed. Ayamaro has come forward many times. When he goes to sleep, he thinks about those people. If those people they are not successful, what they will think or how they will live another day. This is big. Point two is the impact on that community where he lives, where he always returns and comes, how he share his wealth, how he make a difference, not on the best, but in impact. And those same people, they never had that opportunity to have those small things that people donate to Ayamarwa and he shares it with the community. They turn around against him. How many children, orphans, and that community have been served and supported because of the Ayamarwa? How many people are building houses? People they have farms have been subsidized. Even people have been donated money for free with no interest, no charge. If you think I make up these stories, there is a YouTube from Kenya called Lennox. If you go back to his archives, is his number one video you're gonna see. On the first 10 videos, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So here we have a problem, a mind-blowing issue. It is hate a lifestyle? It is hate the true colors of the Kenyan people? It is hate a religion practiced with Kenya? It is hate the food, the bread and butter on the table of the Kenyans? Can anybody jump on the comment and tell me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in Africa. I'm very proud African. You might be calling me any name. Please, I didn't ask God to be the race I am. You didn't ask God to be what you are. But I want to be very clear. I don't tolerate an African individual behave in such manner, especially a woman. A woman does not look life positive because a woman is the one bring life to the face of the earth. I ask you, Kenya, you know this woman, I am Carol, the master queen of cyberbullying in entire Africa. What the hell this person is doing? Why you Kenyans don't look at this serious and see this is not a game? This is about our patriotism. This is about our own values. This is about my friends and family integrity. This is gone out. This is been blown. This is out of mind. This woman need to be stopped. It need to be put in a place. I'm invite you to drop an email here. I'm willing to support you Kenyans and bring down this woman. I'm willing to walk this world and find support to make sure the law in Kenya changes and protect the character of a citizen. If the politicians of Kenya that can't do it, you as a citizen of Kenya, you can do it. There is many, many hands out here to support you. Abuse is not a way of a community coexist. This life is just to tell you, me as a human being, how I feel every time I have to log in and try to look viral content and see the same stupidity, the same level of ignorance I've been following too much content from Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Morocco, and many other places in Africa, but I never saw so much deep and consistent and vicious and blisters and bunkers and bananas ate to another human being, except when it was apartheid in South Africa. Are Kenyans like that, or are the Kenyans telling the world, we have enough of you, we don't want you here? So if that is the true colors of the Kenyans, kick the Somalians first. Stop use social media to show your true colors. Create your own cocoon and live inside that box, because it's intolerable, this behavior. When Kenyans are coming out of Kenya for different parts of the world, people respect them, people cherish them. We saw many countries, Dimwangas travel, African Tigers, Ayamaro, and other YouTubers of Kenya, how they've been celebrate out of the borders of Kenya. But within the borders of Kenya, there is this mad cow disease, a preset of Nairobi Chicha syndrome. This individual that wants to be famous, that want to be rich, this individual that has lost the sense of values, family values, this individual that has got to an extent not understand when he became a teacher, he have signed a code of conduct with the society and use this trend mark, this brand Nairobi Chicha. What this Nairobi Chicha means to you as a vlogger, that the chichas in Nairobi are all arrogant. The chichas in Kenya, they don't have a value. The chichas in Kenya are haters. They are not promoting values of their own. They are there to destroy the society. This is what I'm reading. When somebody comes with this brand, the capital of Kenya name being tarnished, this life will circulate to the world, and the world will watch and ask, what the hell this guy is talking about? Yes, indeed. I'm talking about the values, the patriotism values of Kenya. How Kenyans become so sour with their own principles. How Kenyans, they can sell themselves for a fraction of a dollar. How Kenyans, they can destroy their families just to be in front of a camera, just to be famous for a second. How Kenyans, they are easy to be bought for nothing. I ever invite you, the audience, to come and ask me why I'm reacting. Indeed, this is a reaction video. Indeed, I got to a point where I can't understand how important is to destroy a family. When a man plant a seed in a woman and walk away and forget that woman, is the same me plant a seed on your sister and walk away, and 30 years down the line and come ignore you completely, and then I come, that seed I've planted to become successful, I want to come back and cherish the values of and rewards of that same tree you have planted. That is nonsense. Here, what we are seeing, when people cherishing the bad manners of those who promoting divisions on those other men, they had courage and brought up those kids that you planted the seed, not being able in the moment and bring it up, and somebody else brought it up, and you try to rob that moment of success. This is what I see here. Kenyans celebrate. It's very painful. It's been very painful. It's very painful to see a woman, a Kenyan woman, try to diminish a family, a woman that carry a baby 9 months in his belly, and come here to destroy her mother pain. What kind of woman it is? I am Carol. Is a evil. What kind of evil? Moses is not a man with two tongues. Is a man with one tongue. That one I show you. We Africans have our own cultures. The colonizers have brought borders, have brought other things. But end of the day, when you say Mbuzi, I say Mbuzi. Do you know how many miles I am? I'm down the river there, on the end of the Zambezi with the ocean. You say Mombi, we say Mombi. You see the Kalelu, that Jamaican Uncle Cook, that is the last of the last. When there is no food, there is nothing, we go and pick it up and cook. That's what it means. We are all the same. The white men divide us to exploit us. On the end of the day, we have values and principles equal. It is very painful to see a woman, a lady come here and tell a story how she been used and abused by a subscriber, and people abuse, furthermore not be able to counsel and advise in a constructive manner. It is painful to hear those stories when these individuals that create this brand that stinting the Kenya capital, Nairobi Chicha, comes here and blame his own country fella that has give him this space, this unique platform that exists. I'm not saying does not exist others. There is Patreon, there is something else. You choose whatever you want. And come with this full amount of dirt, immorals, and blame. This is what it shows you. I ask myself, there's so much content, failure content. There is a lot of conflict, yes, indeed. But we never had here BMG show us South Sudan, feudals. We don't have a scene here, Kish My World, show us how disgrace are the people of other countries where it travels. Everyone out there, even one drop, these are the kids of Kenya traveling around the world, have proven us once again how the values of humans around the world are important. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to finish this live. I see there is no people asking me questions that I wish you could do it. But I came here to tell you, the audience, IAMOS does not tolerate hate. IAMOS does not tolerate vengeance, destruction of family principle, does not tolerate abuse to another African fella or influencer, whatever human is out there. Here, we are to cherish each other and love and respect. That's why the people from the Caribbeans are back in Africa. That's why you see in Ghana, watch content from Ghana, see how our brothers and sisters, ancestors, brothers from another mothers are back in our continent. Watch content from Gambia, Nigeria. See the white men leave Europe, go live in the slums of Nigeria. Learn from these principles. Stop. I invite you all. And down I am Carol. This need be an agenda. Do it your part. Bring your hand down on trending. Let's show these people, if you see on the street, on the road, make them, humiliate them. As they done with the picture of Ayamara. Do you know this one? Do you know that one? It is time for us united in one front. Hate cannot prevail any way on social media and real life. Those who have hate, we have to find them and make their lives difficult and really painful so they can understand how wrong they are. Thank you and wish you all the best and nice weekend. Please leave comments. I'll appreciate and then I'll respond.